What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the crypt. It is late at night, and I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and I might redo it later on. But we're going to be going through some of my collection. Now, obviously, if I update it, you're going to see lots of changes. And I feel like I can redo this if I really want to. Certainly. But before we do that, can we just take a moment to appreciate this Ingested shirt that I got last night? And my dad was actually nice enough and let me buy 2 shirts because I wanted to get something to kind of honor my friend as well, which a lot of y'all have been really supportive and really helpful through this. So I absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. So I got Ingested, and then this was the only shirt that they had, and this was the only t-shirt that they had. And they had it in the long sleeve as well, and the long sleeve looked cool, but I want to wear this pretty much anytime I can. Devourment. Yeah. It was pretty dark, but Devourment is one of those bands that I was really excited for. Ingested and Devourment really inspired me to push myself vocally. I've met Jason Evans, and now and I'm blanking on the guy's name, but the dude from Devourment, the vocalist, I met him last night. Absolutely fucking incredibly nice guy. I mean, he gave me a little handshake, did the whole side hug thing. He took a photo with me, and it turned out really shitty, so whatever. But without further ado, I probably should have prepared for this. You know what? Whatever. There we go. First up, we have Aborted with Retrogore. Probably my favorite Aborted album, period. To me, it's like that perfect sound. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it to the end of this section, and then next one, pretty much do the same. But yeah, Aborted with Retrogore. I know this is not professional, but we don't give a fuck here. And if you want to leave negative comments, because I've gotten those before, fuck off, I guess. I mean, not everyone is perfect. Next up is the first Aborted album I actually ever bought. Terror Vision. It's grown on me, but it's not my. It's still. I don't know. Every time I listen to it, I literally have to turn it off because I just get a headache and tired from it. I don't know if that's just bad timing on my part. Because, I mean, I don't know. I love Aborted. I mean, I literally have their Blast Beats thing. I have a poster from when I saw them with Lorna Shore and Ingested. And I even have a little Mania Cult guy. By the way, I didn't actually mean to take him out of the plastic. The plastic broke by the time I got home. Anyway, I also have a shirt. Finally did a ton of laundry today, so I'm really, really stoked about that. I don't have so much on my fucking mind now. Aborted with Le Grand Masquerade. This is a great, great, great EP. Um, yeah, I have a fucking Hammer follow song stuck in my head now. I just listened to it. It's a Hammer High. Hammer High. Anyway, and then the one, my second favorite album from them, and this one actually took a bit to grow on me. Aborted with Mania Cult. I actually like this a lot more than when it first came out, and I love looking at it with my action figure just next to it. I don't know. It was really hard for me to find because, well, I liked the like, you know, you could get the CD and like some other stuff with it. I'm like, as much as I love Aborted, I don't need any extra clutter because I don't have really any room at the moment. Yeah, I don't have like that big of a room. I mean, it's still fairly large, don't get me wrong, but you know, even if I clean things off, it's like, yeah. Next up is the only album I own from this, and I really wanted to like this, and I don't know why, but it's like I cannot get past, like, besides the very first track. Excuse me. I just can't get into them. This is Absu with Tara. I have the Absu poster from the Metalhead box from a while back. On my wall. It actually fell down, and I need to retape it. But um, I don't know, and I know Classy Metal Lonnie here on YouTube said he really likes this album. So yeah. Next up, we have some classic rock, and actually, there's another band with the same moniker, except it's got a little X in the middle. This is AC/DC with Back in Black. You will notice that I have a lot of albums missing, a lot of mixes of music. I don't listen to just metal or rock or punk. I listen to a lot of things. And if people don't like that, well then again, don't watch the channel. Um, you know, I don't want to hide anything, but regardless, there's another band called ACXDC, which is a power violence band, actually one of my favorites, and I really need to get their albums. Um, yeah, I mean, well, Digipack. I think I got this at like a little garage sale. Yeah, I mean, the look, I had like one other ACDC album, and then I gave it to my ex, but fucked myself over with that one because I actually ended up re-listening to it later on. I was like, shit. This album is alright. I prefer um a different one. This is Accept with Balls to the Wall. Um, pretty good, just traditional like German heavy metal, speed metal. I prefer uh uh like Restless and Wild or whatever that one was. It's mentioned a lot in the Murder in the Front Row documentary, which is a fantastic documentary about thrash metal. If you guys like thrash metal or don't know like much about thrash metal, that is a fantastic uh, movie. And then there's actually a picture book with some of those shots, and there's some text, but it's more of a picture book. Fantastic book. It is pretty big though, so make sure you have the shelving for it. But regardless, except Balls to the Wall, pretty good. Balls to the Wall is pretty much the only reason I even bought this. I mean, I gotta re-listen to this again sometime soon. Um, Next up, we're getting to a band that I actually found through the Metalhead box, and I think y'all have seen me wear the shirt at least once. This is Acheron with Rites of Black Mass. Blackened death metal done right. I was actually really surprised with how much I like it, but I just haven't really spun it that much. I mean, you can tell, like, I have a lot already on my shelf, and then on top of that, with all the new stuff I want to get, I say new stuff, like, new releases and older releases. I will say, though, that there are no 2023 releases in here. They're all on a separate, well, they're on this shelving unit, but on a different shelf than the rest of their stuff. There's only like one album that was in the D section that I ended up pulling off, but regardless, um, to thee we confess, thou art Lord, summoning the master. I mean, I hate being like that person who's like, oh yeah, it's uh this cool band that I found out about through the Metalhead box, but I've never actually sat down and listened. Like, I'm gonna listen to uh the bands. Um Even if I don't like them, at least I gave it a shot. Um but no, I actually really like this, and I might actually spin it uh my next day off, because yeah. Next up, we have some well, I should say home state, uh, Death Doom, and I need more from them because they are one of my favorite bands, uh, from Detroit. Acid Witch with Stoned, not my favorite. Um, I think I ordered this through Hell's Headbangers, oddly enough. I don't remember exactly. I think it was like one of my first purchases through Hell's Headbangers, and absolutely adored it. The first Acid Witch album I got, and um, I think it's become my favorite personally. Evil Sound Screamers. It's between this and Witch Tanic Hallucinations, which I actually want to get that on CD and vinyl. Um, I remember just seeing this on like Amazon at one point, and I was like, "Oh, cool, Acid Witch." Ordered it. I mean, I hate Halloween, cheap gore. I love cheap gore. Um, every time I'm in the mood for some Death Doom, these guys hit the spot. I really want to see them live, but every time I look, they're either not near here or I'm busy. Like my friend was actually lucky enough; he actually got to meet these guys on their way back from their show in Mount Pleasant. Although they were not happy because for some reason they didn't get parking at their own show, which he might have been fibbing, but I mean, he's never really lied to me, so. Next up, this one really is special for a couple reasons. One, it's one of my favorite death metal bands, but also, I got this well, the day after I got to see Cannibal Corpse live for my 18th birthday. and I ordered that along with a skeletal domain, and I got this little hype sticker that basically said that reads, Aeon's musicianship is among the best in death metal, but their songwriting is what truly sets them apart. It's rare to find a death metal band that is simultaneously crushingly brutal and infectiously catchy. Alex Webster of Cannibal Corpse. I thought that was hysterical that actually came. Actually, I might have ordered that like right before. I don't remember. It was around the time, sometime after I got to see Cannibal Corpse. This album came in with that other one. Next up is probably one of my favorite albums, period. And I need to get more from these guys. And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, it's your favorite because it's the only one you listen to. I've listened to, like, their whole discography. Agalloch the Mantle. When I got this for Christmas, I was stoked. Because this is, like, almost perfect. For me, it's, like, a perfect, like winters. I kind of listen to it around the fall and winter area, and sometimes I like to go through like a forest and put this on and just truly enjoy it. And from my copy, it's a bit weird because you don't actually get songs on the back. I don't know if that's what it's like for every copy, but I don't even care because I love this. And I love the quote on this. It says, the happiest man is he who learns from nature the lesson of worship. I like that little quote there. But Agalloch, the Mantle, I need to get more of them. I mean, there's a lot of bands. Like I said, I know this is like, this may seem large, but in the grand scheme of things, there's a lot of bands that I'm still missing albums from, or I just don't have that I really want to get. But again, I can redo these. Next up is a CD I got for my 18th birthday, which was also along with that was also along with the Cannibal Corpse albums. This one was really weird, and I don't really listen to it that much, but it's still cool to have it. This is Alas with Absolute Purity. I have a poster right above my CD player that basically just has like, it's kind of like this hall, and it has like the members kind of just like pictures of them. But yeah, I mean, I keep it in the case because I kind of like, I don't know, to me it looks weird without it. I think this is in like a super jewel case, which I don't understand the purpose of those things. But next up, I think you guys saw this recently. Alderaan with Supreme Silence. I actually like these guys a lot more than I thought. I liked this, but not as much as the next one, which I wasn't sure if I should include in my 2023 releases, because this is all drawn with Arcane Mountain Cult. Physically released this year, but last year it was digitally released. Personally, I want to count it as a 2022 release. And had I heard this last year, this definitely would have made it into my album of the year list, because even though it's like 5 songs, it's so good and just cold, grim, uh, French black metal. I'm not sure exactly where they're from, but yeah, Paragon Records has yet to disappoint me. Next up is a Metalhead box, or a CD I got through the Metalhead box. Algebra with Chiroptera. Got this last year. Pretty good, like, thrash stuff. I mean, it's still good. I mean, it's not like my favorite. I kind of regret putting it on my list last year, because I feel like there's other releases that deserve the title more. But I don't know why I'm over here. But I mean, The Fallen, Constricted, Suspect. I mean, um, I like reading off some songs, but sometimes I don't do that just to save time, because we're at like 22 minutes and I need to go to bed before work. Next up we have some like rock, I guess everyone knows this guy, Alice Cooper, From the Inside. Alright, concept album. I mean, it's not really what I think of when I think of Alice Cooper, but I mean, it's a solid release. I mean, it's him talking about when he was in a mental institution. So, my first, not my first, I don't know if I should consider this like my first Alice Cooper album, because I got a compilation before this, but I guess if you want to talk like official discography wise, first one I got has the first song I heard, which was Poison. This is trash, and probably one of my favorites, actually. And I'm actually really excited to see him again. So, next up is another favorite, Hey Stupid. I mean, title track, Love's a Loaded Gun, Right on Our Bed, Dangerous Tonight, Feed My Frankenstein. If you say you like rock and don't know Feed My Frankenstein, go listen to it. If you say you know Wayne's World but don't know that song, get out. That song is so good. I don't care what people say. And then the actual first CD I ever got, and you can tell, the definitive Alice Cooper. It's the best of. I mean, this has like School's Out, No More Mr. Nice Guy, Billion Dollar Babies, Only Women Bleed, the single version of Welcome to My Nightmare, which was actually the first time I heard that song, along with a lot of his other stuff, and I'm like, I like that, but then I heard the original, I was like, I don't like that, it sounds weird. Poison, Hey Stupid, I mean, like I said, and I mean, you can tell that booklet has seen better days. I mean, it was literally filed away somewhere because I didn't. When I was young, I was dumb. So, but one of my favorite fucking albums. Well, I say album comps. Next up, we got some deathcore. Also, Perish. This is where it ends. Only one I really care about. I'm kidding. I think the Death Plague might be my favorite song off here. I mean, I haven't really spun this. I mean, I got it a few years ago, but I haven't really spun it since. I remember Count Blackroth is actually how I got into these guys, and it was, he had a poster flag of the art where it was like a close up of this guy's face, and then, nearing the end here. Only Amon Amarth album I own is the one from last year, The Great Heathen Army. Yeah, go make fun of me in the comments. I probably just lost subscribers, but whatever. I just kind of like. I need to get more because, it's not exactly my favorite from them. Still a solid release. Get in the Ring, Great Heathen Army, Odin Owns You All, Dawn of Norsemen. I fucking love that song. Next up, this is like really weird, grindy sort of stuff. This is Anal Vomit with, and I'm gonna butcher this, so I apologize in advance. Peste Negra, Muerte Negra. I don't know. I probably butchered that and probably just said something completely racist by accident in Spanish. I apologize. Yeah, if someone knows how to say that, please correct me in the comments. I don't really know much other stuff. I remember just finding this on Amazon weirdly enough, and I was like, I'll buy it. I can't remember if I was looking for something else. Another Metalhead box. Something I got in the Metalhead box. This is some thrash metal. I mean, it's decent. Not my favorite. This is Ancestor with Beneath the Mask. I don't even know if I said that right, but I don't really remember anything about this. It's on Rip Ride Records, which has Chemicide, but other than that, like, I mean, I really don't remember much about this. Next up is some, like, brutal, grindy sort of stuff. I say brutal, grind, wow. This is, like, grindy sort of stuff. Pretty good stuff, too. I can't remember where I got this. I might have gotten it from Severed. I'm not sure. This is Animals Killing People with Eat Your Murder. I want to do a Severed Records grab bag. I thought about doing the $100 CD one. The 100 CD one, but I feel like that would take one, forever. Two, I feel like, I don't know what I'm getting, so if I get, like, this, I don't really know who to give it to. But I mean, this is just like some fun, grindy sort of stuff. Pretty gruesome. And the next two are from the same band. First up, we have Annihilator with Alice in Hell. This is a remaster, which I didn't realize, but I don't really care because I can't really tell. I mean, this is kind of a thrash metal essential if you like Canadian thrash. And then the only other one I own from them, and I need more from them because I like them a lot more than people might realize. Suicide Society. Suicide Society, Creeping Again, Necrotic Avenue, The One You Serve, Death Scent. Great fucking Canadian thrash. But that's it for this part of this CD collection. Let me know if you guys want longer or shorter videos. Yeah, I might just do another one of these. And yeah, so if I'm wearing the same clothes, that's why. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. And as always, keep it grim.